Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome aboard if you haven't seen me before. If you're new, I'm Alexandra. So today I thought I'd just show you guys what I'm doing with my morning. So typically I am working, but actually I'm on summer break. My last day of work was last Wednesday, so the 17th of this month. And I most likely, don't mind the clutter behind me, there's a chance I'm going to have to work during the summer. But if I do, then I do. But if I don't, it's not, at least I'll get some income because if you guys don't know, I don't get paid to make videos at all. So because my job only runs during the school year, I can only do a certain amount of hours to work. But thankfully, my job is pretty good about that. So Logan just left to go to school, actually, because I don't work. So for those of you who are new and you've never seen my face ever, hello, I'm Alexandra, and I am a mom to a 5-year-old little boy, and his name is Logan, and I'm married as well. You guys have never seen my husband on videos ever because that's just something I just haven't done. If you have me on my Instagram, Threads, and Snapchat, every now and then my husband will pop in on my post or my stories, But that being said, just thought I'd introduce you a little bit about my life. Alright, so it's currently 8:18 a.m. and I have some stuff to get done today. That being said, this is one thing I am grateful that now that I'm not working right now, I can get stuff done in the house. Unfortunately, though, it is dreary and just spitting rain right now, so I can't really do much outside. But I can do one thing, and that is stuff in the house. Yay. I know I sounded so sarcastic, because I was being sarcastic. Thankfully, the dishes are not too bad today. Normally, I would expect them to be a little more crazy, but thankfully, they're not too bad this morning. That's the first thing I'm going to do is dishes. Poor Logan. He is off to school and he has a cough. He's not, my hope is that, no, he's not sick. It's just from what I just heard from his bus monitors, he just told me that, yeah, it's going around. And unfortunately, a lot of kids are getting it right now. And Logan is pretty good about not getting under the weather that often, but I believe it's just a cough that's, getting annoying because I can tell, at night when he goes to bed, he's perfectly, he doesn't cough as much at night, but when it comes to during the day, the times he's awake, that's when it's a bit more rough for him. But yeah, so thankfully he got some Mucinex, children's Mucinex that can break up the cough, and he's also had a little bit of a runny nose, which, the weather and, with the weather change and everything, it's just back to back so many different things, but thankfully the Mucinex should be helping him. I plan on giving him some more when he gets back from school later this morning. Logan only goes to school half days right now because the way his school works, they do pre-K, so Logan's in pre-kindergarten. He won't be in full day school, so kindergarten, until September. But that being said, this is Logan's also last week of preschool. Yeah, I cannot believe I'm about to have a preschool graduate, I say. Technically, his school doesn't have a graduation for the preschool kids. They start that in, I believe, kindergarten, and they do another one in 4th grade. Obviously, when they're getting ready to move up to middle school, but there's been things being heard over the school board for the schools out here where Logan goes, because I don't work in the same district. So I'm a bus monitor / aide, and the district I work for is not the same where Logan goes to school. I work in a different town, still in Rhode Island, but in a different town. That being said, Logan's school does pre-K just for half days. Kindergarten, like I said, he won't start all day school until September. However, there's a thing. Logan is starting a summer program in about 2 weeks, and that will also be done at his school, so thankfully it's not a strange place for him. The thing is, though, that I really wish he could experience all-day school now. That way, once kindergarten is officially started, he doesn't get overwhelmed. Because Logan does have sensory issues, and for those of you that don't know, yes, Logan has sensory issues. He was diagnosed with autism last year, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he's like high functioning, but he is verbal. Like, if you guys have seen my videos in the past, you guys would probably know he likes to talk. Logan has come so far with his speech, and I'm saying that in the most amazing, proud mom way. When Logan was younger, I'm talking like 2-3 years ago, for example, he was not where he is now. Like, Logan was getting speech services at home, and then once he was reaching a certain age, they had to opt him out of it, and that's when they decided, you know, he needs he should be eligible for an IEP. He should be getting speech services still, and they're going to help things out with his autism as well. Another thing, Logan also this past school year, so when he went back to preschool, so he started preschool originally the day after his 3rd birthday. And Logan actually pretty much went just for half of that school year, the day after his 3rd birthday, because Logan's birthday is in March. So how it worked, Logan just went to school the last few months of school, and then he had a summer program for part of the summer, and then the other part, he got the rest of the summer off. Now, Logan will do that again this year. He's been doing summer programs for the last few years, and he's definitely going to be doing that again this summer. He's going to have his last official day of school on Friday, so this Friday, the 26th, and then the 6th of July, that's when he starts his summer program. He's going to have that 4 days a week, and luckily it's just half days, just like what he's used to right now. And then after the program's over, he'll be done with that the last Thursday of July. Once that's over, because he gets Friday through Sunday off for the program. Obviously, he doesn't have to worry about that on Fridays or the weekends. But Logan will have all of August off, because here where we live, at least in the town we're in, they don't start school back up until September. So I go back at the end of August, but there is a small chance I might have to work sometime in July or sometime in August. So sometime in July, sometime in August. That's if I get called in, because my boss or my dispatch will let me know if I'm able to come in. And if I can, I will work. And if I can't, then they just go around to the next person. It's basically down a roster, like a list of people. And if you can, then you come in. If you can't, like I said, you go to the next person. But yes, so if I do work the summer, I mean, honestly, I hope for the best. And don't mind me handing that knife. It wasn't at me. It was facing this way. Okay, so it wasn't directly at me. I don't want any of you to think, oh my gosh, you're putting knives in the way. I'm doing the dishes. Just saying. Alright, so my dishes are just about loaded in the dishwasher. I could hand wash these if I want to, but it makes it a lot easier just to get it done in the dishwasher. But yeah, so we'll see what happens if I end up working the summer, later in the summer. Because the summer program, they do summer programs at the same thing in the district I work for. I just don't do the same ones as Logan, because so the monitors and aides and drivers, we have it by a different company. We don't do it the same as the drivers and monitors / aides do here where me, my husband, and Logan live. Call it a different name. So nothing wrong with that. It's just call it a different name. So that being said, we'll see what happens, but fingers crossed, maybe I'll get some kind of income. I will find out, fingers crossed, I should find out hopefully this week if I am eligible for unemployment. But for those of you that don't know, so my job is nice enough to know that because we don't work usually all year round, you can sign up for unemployment or apply for unemployment. So if I get approved, and because I also have a child, I can get a little more. So that's pretty cool. So wish me luck if I get it. If I get it, then that will be really good because that will help me pay for things that I need to pay for, like bills and stuff, for the time I'm out of work until I go back. You guys, I am just about done with the dishes. I got pretty much all of them done. I just have one thing left. I am just rinsing off in the sink and then dishes are done. Alrighty, one more rinse and we're done. We just gotta get the soap out of here. Ta-da! Dishes are done. Now that's what I call a nice clean sink without any dirty dishes. The rest are in here. And I only had to hand wash one thing because the other day I tried to do it in the dishwasher and let's just say it did not clean up very well, so oh well. But hand washed did the trick, so thankfully that's done. Trash, we have quite a bit of paper bags, but it's better than garbage bags. Some of these paper bags we just end up just folding them and put them with some other ones. But yeah, so we have like a trash can with garbage bags that we put with garbage bags, but it's better than it usually is, I'll put it that way. All right, you guys, the next chore I am going to do is laundry. So laundry, I typically try my best to do it on weekends, but this past weekend, I didn't feel like doing laundry, so I'm actually gonna get a load going now. So let's get her done. I'm washing my work vest also, even though I don't need it. But it's good to have it cleaned because, like I said, in case I do get called into work in the next few weeks, maybe, or even early August, even though I don't go back to the end of August, it's still good to have a nice clean vest for work because I need to wear a vest. The monitors and aides always have to wear them at all times. The drivers do too, but because the drivers don't get in and out of the bus as much as the monitors / aides, we got to keep them clean and have them at all times. So I'm just going to wash mine with the other stuff I'm washing and just know if I get called in, it's nice and clean. I don't need to worry about it last minute, so good to go. All right, so we're going to just do just a little bit today. And I already cleaned, the dryer's already empty, so that's done. All right, let's start some laundry. There we go, things are gonna start. So laundry is going. So back when I was still working, I actually used to bring a hot cup of coffee with me to work, because normally around this time, I'm usually I'm at work, but because I am off, I don't need to worry about making coffee unless I really want to. I'm not a huge coffee drinker. I mean, I will drink it from time to time, but I can't drink it like all the time because too much caffeine doesn't do well with me, so it just makes me a little more jittery, and I don't need to feel more jittery, so no coffee for me this morning, but I will have breakfast probably a little before Logan gets home. I'm just not hungry yet. I do know what I want. I just don't feel like eating it right this minute, so yeah, but I'll probably eat that close to an hour, maybe hour and a half. But that being said, I got the dishes done and I got laundry going, so that's good. I got the dishes already out of the way. Of course, yes, I'm gonna have to most likely clean up again because that's what happens. I've been pretty good about cleaning up after myself after I eat. Last night I was a little out of it though, so I was just like, eh. But today I've just been in a little cleaning spree right now. But that's what's been going on with me so far. All right, so it's currently, what time is it? Because I can't see the time currently. 8:36. Okay, so Logan should just be at school now. Luckily, his school is not that far. It's like 5 minutes by car, bus, whatever. Any transportation, really, it takes like 5 minutes, except for trains. He doesn't need to take a train or anything like that. He could take like the bus, or like another family member could take him in, but usually he takes the bus. But yeah, so he's already at school, which I know he's not happy about, but he's almost done. But little does he know about his summer program that's starting up shortly. And I know you guys are probably going to ask me, why does Logan need to do a summer program? And that's because Logan actually needs to, because he gets some help at school. He gets a lot of help in school with what he's going to need to know for kindergarten, but most of it he knows already. But they got to have him know it because they don't want him to forget during the summer what he's being taught. So they're just going to help him out a little bit. And plus, he just started getting occupational therapy back in September of last year in school. So he's going to continue getting occupational services, and he gets speech therapy as well still, even though his speech has come so far. They still want to keep him in that for sure. I'm not sure exactly how long they're going to plan on keeping him in speech therapy or occupational therapy. Here's an interesting fact though. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I just came upstairs and I was carrying my blanket. I'm good though. But that being said, when I was in school, I also had an IEP, and I also had it for speech, and I took occupational therapy as well. I believe I started taking occupational therapy around first grade. I don't remember having it in preschool or kindergarten because I didn't go to the same school for preschool and kindergarten. I went to 2 different schools. But I believe it was in first grade once I started getting an IEP. And that's when I was getting speech and occupational therapy. With speech therapy, I was told by the time I was in 10th grade, after 10th grade, I was going to be done with it. But that didn't happen. I ended up having it all the way until senior year, so until I was in like 12th grade. So that was kind of a pain in the butt. But I have a speech delay, little stuff with my speech sometimes. So I don't get services anymore, but I'm just saying back when I was in school. I also had occupational therapy, but I had the occupational therapy from, I believe, the same thing, like first grade up until I was in the occupational therapy I had, I believe, from first grade until I was in 6th grade. And then by 6th grade, I graduated from occupational therapy. So that was awesome. But I hope for the best for Logan as well. Maybe by next year. We won't find out until, he'll usually gets his parent-teacher conferences like not long after school starts. But we'll see how he's doing with kindergarten when that starts. So far with preschool, he's been doing really well. So that's very good. Also, I was thinking about getting some more to get some books for like kindergarten and stuff, like so Logan can practice more with his letters, his numbers, things like that. So hopefully I can find something. I already have like one kindergarten book for him it's like dry erase, so he can use that for now. But I want to find something he can actually work on. And what's so cute, like these books though, they have like a little thing on the back. Once you finish the whole thing, there's like a little certificate in the back. And I think that's really fun. I did get Logan one of those for preschool since he's been in preschool. He's worked in it there and there, but not like crazy about it. But in school, they've been doing a lot of it too. I mean, like I said, sometimes I'll do it with him, but when he's, when I feel like he needs it, that's when I do it with him. But yeah, so that's that. All right, so I'm back in my room, as you can probably tell. But I started coloring another adult coloring page. For those of you that don't know, I do adult coloring. I don't do like sketching out the designs. I actually just color from what the author has done. And I've been working on this one page the last couple days, so I'm going to try to finish it today if I'm lucky. I should be able to, because it's actually not that, it is detailed, but it's enough where I can get done within maybe sometime today. But yeah, so my plan for today also, so yesterday I actually had to call my, I had to call around like different dentists, because unfortunately I got, the dentist I was seeing, they're saying that once someone buys off the building, he's going to retire, and he's selling the building completely. Like, no one's going to be there. It's going to be a whole new people. But I was told this months ago, and as far as I know, he's still there. But I can't be seen there until July. And I mean, I know we're going to be in July next week, but I'd rather just go to someone who actually can maybe do something about my teeth, because for the longest time, and I'm being completely honest, for the longest time, I was very self-cautious of my teeth. I mean, I just don't like, because I chipped one of my teeth. As you can see, I chipped a tooth right here. Don't mind how they look. They look yellow a little bit, but I'm also near the window, so it may look a little yellow, but I hate that chipped tooth so bad. And right before my wedding, I wanted to get it fixed. They couldn't fix it, and I was so bummed. But that being said, I'm hoping soon, because I'm looking for a new dentist, because I also got new health insurance that can actually take me, and maybe they can give me a deal a little bit where I can fix this tooth. They told me at the one I've been going to, they've been saying, oh, well, we can do it. You can do a payment plan, but I have a hard time remembering certain things. That's part of my learning disability, and I have a hard time remembering certain stuff. So unfortunately, I can't remember how much at a time I could pay to get it fixed, like to pay it off until it's fixed. But I'd rather just get it fixed and be good. Also, I don't like the separation of a couple of my teeth on the top. They just look, to me, I don't like it. Every now and then, you know, I will smile in pictures with my teeth showing, but for the longest time, I didn't show my teeth much at all, like to smile. I would just go like this. I just go like that. So, yeah, I was very self-cautious, but yeah, so that is that as well. All right, so it's now, what time is it now? Because I know every few minutes I'm saying what time it is. All right, 8:43. So I think on that note, I am going to get dressed and just hang out. I have to wait for some of these dentist offices to open, because some of them open at 9, some of them open at 10, I believe, and some of them I think opened at 8 o'clock, but I have to call up, I'm going to call up this other one again to see if they take my insurance, because I got a list. I called up part of my insurance that says different dentists they take. They sent me an email yesterday regarding like the ones that do take it, and I called up one of them that says they do take my insurance, but they don't, unfortunately. And they were so nice and understanding. They just wished me the best of luck, which I really appreciated. So I'm just gonna keep looking around. Hopefully I can find something, because like I said, I would love to just get a cleaning and also get this tooth fixed, and maybe they can figure something out. I know they have Invisalign now, but I don't know. I feel like I would love to get those separate, these two teeth on the sides. I'd love to get those together rather than separated. I mean, I've seen people, like, I've watched shows and I've seen people a little bit in person that get braces when they're around my age, so I don't think it would be a problem. My only thing is, how much would I have to pay for it? That's my only concern, if they can actually get me to an orthodontist who can maybe get that fixed. But I don't know. We'll see. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go now. I'm sorry this video was super long, but I just wanted to give you guys a big update, just showing you guys what also my life is like, you know, some days when I decide to do housework, but I filmed it for you guys, so that's pretty interesting. All right, you guys, but on that note, I'm gonna go now. So thank you all for so much for watching. If you guys want to see more videos from me, check out my past videos, because I started making videos when I was 16 years old, almost four, oh God, how many years? Almost 12 years. I haven't been super consistent, but I try. I do my best as I can. You know, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, so yeah, it's a lot for me to even have the time to make videos. That's what I mean. It's a lot for me to even be able to have the time, because I just do it when I can, and that's what matters as well. If you guys don't know why I'm bald and everything, you can check out my previous videos. I talked about it in the past. It's basically alopecia, but I've made videos talking about it in the past. But if you guys want to see an updated version of that, let me know down in the comments, or you can add me on my social medias, and I wouldn't mind responding if you guys are interested. So again, down in the description box and always at the end of my videos, you will see what I have for social media. You guys can add me on Instagram, Threads, which is connected with Instagram, and also Snapchat. So you guys can follow me on all those 3 platforms if you guys want to see what I post about. You know, I post about my adult coloring mostly, but I also sometimes post about life as well, other stuff in life. So yeah. All right, you guys, well, have a good rest of your day. I hope to see you guys again soon. And as always, keep on watching. All right, see you next time. Bye.